Eala is through to the third round of the Cincinnati Open after Elena-Gabriela Ruse retired with an injury, while trailing 6-1, 3-0 in their rain-delayed second-round clash, setting up a marquee round of 32 showdown against world number 10 and 9th seed Amanda Anisimova. The retirement spares Eala unnecessary wear and tear on hard courts just days before the US Open, and positions the 21-year-old Filipina to face another top 10 opponent with more energy and rhythm than if she'd been forced into a grueling three-setter. The match that never really opened up. The script looked simple on paper. Eala, the 17th seed, returning to action after a brief rest following her Canadian Open run. Ruse, a crafty Romanian who had beaten Eala in a tight US Open qualifying decider in 2024, looking to prove that result wasn't a fluke. But the match itself never got the chance to develop into the tactical battle many expected. Eala dropped her opening service game, an early hiccup that hinted at possible nerves or lingering rust after her layoff. From that point on, however, she seized control. Her first strike tennis on hard courts, flat, penetrating ground strokes, aggressive returns, and a willingness to step inside the baseline, started to overwhelm Ruse's rhythm. The 6-1 first set wasn't just about scoreline. It was about Eala dictating play, shortening points, and making Ruse chase. The second set began with the same pattern. Eala pressing, Ruse scrambling. At 3-0, with Eala firmly in the driver's seat, Ruse called for a medical timeout. After an hour-long delay caused by rain and lightning, the Romanian ultimately decided she could not continue, handing Eala a 6-1, 3-0 walkover win and a spot in the third round. For Eala, this was more than just a victory. It was a statement of intent on North American hard courts. She improved to 8-1 during the swing, building on her breakthrough WTA title in Washington, D.C., and a deep run in Montreal. And perhaps most importantly, she did it without burning extra games, extra minutes, or extra emotional energy. Why the retirement actually helps Eala's US Open prep. On the surface, a retirement can feel unsatisfying. Fans want to see a full contest, especially when there's history between players. But from a tournament strategy standpoint, this result is almost ideal for Eala at this stage of the season. First, physical preservation matters. The North American hard court swing is brutal. DC, Montreal, Cincinnati, then straight into the US Open. Every extra set, every extra hour on court adds fatigue that compounds over weeks. By getting a win without a full match, Eala keeps her legs fresher and reduces the risk of aggravating any minor nicks or strains. Second, there's the rhythm factor. Eala didn't just win. She won while playing the kind of aggressive, first-strike tennis that translates well to hard courts and big stages. She got to reinforce good patterns, taking the ball early, stepping in on returns, closing points quickly, without being dragged into long rallies that might force her to play defensively. That's valuable reps without the cost. Third, there's the psychological edge. Beating Ruse, even via retirement, levels their head-to-head at 1-1 after that painful 2024 US Open qualifying loss. It closes that chapter and lets Eala move forward with confidence that she can handle Ruse's game when she's at her best. Enter Anisimova, another top 10 test, another chance to prove growth. The reward for advancing? A third-round clash with Amanda Anisimova, the world number 10 and 9th seed in Cincinnati. This is not a soft draw opening up. This is another high-level opponent, another measuring stick, and another opportunity for Eala to show how far she's come. Anisimova is a dangerous hard-court player. Big serve, heavy ground strokes, and the kind of shot-making that can change a match in a few points. She's been in solid form in Cincinnati, brushing aside Zeynep Sönmez 6-2, 6-3 to reach the third round. For Eala, this will be their first meeting, a fresh head-to-head with no baggage, just pure tennis. Tactically, this matchup favors intensity and clarity. Eala cannot afford to sit back and react. She has to impose her game from the first ball. That means aggressive returns, especially on Anisimova's second serve, to prevent the American from setting up easy first strikes. Taking time away on rallies by stepping inside the baseline and hitting through the court, rather than looping safe balls that invite Anisimova to dictate. Staying patient in big moments, because Anisimova's game can produce sudden bursts of winners, but also occasional lapses. Physically, Eala's fresher legs could be a subtle advantage. Anisimova played a full match to get here. Eala did not. In a potential three-setter, that difference in accumulated fatigue could show up in foot speed, reaction time, and the ability to maintain intensity in long rallies. The bigger picture, Eala's hard-court surge and U.S. Open momentum. This Cincinnati run is not happening in a vacuum. Eala arrives here off a career-high ranking of number 18 in the WTA Live rankings, fresh off her first WTA Tour title in Washington, D.C., and a strong showing in Montreal, where she pushed top players before fatigue, and a minor ankle issue caught up against Belinda Bencic. The narrative now is about consistency and belief. Can she string together deep runs on hard courts, not just have one breakthrough week? Can she beat top 10 players on big stages, not just threaten them? Cincinnati is the perfect laboratory for that. Every match here is a dress rehearsal for the U.S. Open. The surfaces are similar, the conditions are close, and the level of competition is high. If Eala can go deep in Cincinnati, especially with wins over players like Ruse and potentially Anisimova, she carries that momentum into Flushing Meadows with confidence, not just hope. What to watch for in the Eala-Anisimova clash. When Eala and Anisimova step onto the court at the Lindner Family Tennis Center in Mason, Ohio, several key storylines will define the match. First serve percentage and free points. Anisimova thrives when her first serve is working. Eala needs to pressure that with aggressive returns and smart positioning. Baseline aggression versus clean hitting. Eala's best path is to take the ball early and hit through the court. Anisimova will try to out-hit her from the back. Big point composure. In tight games, break points, deuce games, tie breaks, who stays calmer and executes better. Physical endurance. If this goes long, Eala's fresher legs could be a quiet but real edge. For Filipino fans, this is more than just another tennis match. It's another chapter in Eala's rise, another chance to see a Filipina wunderkind stand toe-to-toe with the world's best on one of tennis' biggest stages. Eala advances after Ruse retires, yes, but more importantly, she advances in form, in confidence, and in momentum. And as she prepares to face Anisimova, the narrative is clear. This is not a surprise run anymore. This is the new standard.